Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to work on a 2005 Toyota Prius. Customer complaint on his car that has a check engine light on. I just took it for a ride, no real drivability issues, so my guess is we're probably looking at something emissions related. But that's the car we're going to work on today. A little rainy today here in PA, so we'll be working in the garage. Not much different from the way we do things over at the school. Anyway, thanks for coming in today. Alright, so we're all connected up to our OB2 connector down here. Everybody's familiar with that process of locating and connecting that 16-pin connector down there. Today we're going to use the Encore. It's an OTC tool. They're of course made by Bosch. And this one's actually a, let me remember the model number on this one, MRST. So it's one of the newer tools out there. Very familiar to most folks. It's very intuitive in that it uses a Android-based platform. So the controls you'll find are very similar to what's on your current smartphone. So most folks like that about it. So I'm going to hit the car into key on, engine off mode. And on the Prius, I'm going to power down first, so listen to the radio a little bit there. On the Prius, we have to put the cartridge into the receptacle. And as opposed to starting it where you would put your foot on the pedal and then hit the button, in this case we're not going to put our foot on the pedal at all. We're going to hit the button one time, we'll see a green light, and then we'll hit it a second time. That's going to give us an amber indicator here at the power switch. Hopefully you can see that. So the amber's on, everything on the dash is lit, so all of our lights are there. We have in this case a seatbelt indicator because I don't have my belt on. Door is ajar. Actually put a little clamp on there so that the door will stay in place. And then over on the display, our entire display is lit up. So we have on the odometer 226,398 miles. You got your shift indicators, there's that check engine light that we're concerned with, and then we have the electronic brake symbol, ABS, vehicle stability control, and the indicator for that being on or off. In this case, that's currently in the on position. And I'm going to fire up the car real quick. Push that button with our foot on the pedal, and we're now in the retrieval. This time there's no indicator light on the switch. Again, hope you can see that. But what I want to do there is verify that check engine light is on. And it is absolutely fluid. The check engine light's on pretty right now. So that's what we're going to do next, is connect up and interface some of the data on the tool. So let's get that top to start, power down. No foot on the brake pedal. One green light, and now into the amber. And now we're connected up. So let me get in a little better position for the scan tool here, and we'll pick it up right there. Alright, so from there, I'm now going to go back. We're going to go into the, we went through select vehicle. So I pulled that up on auto ID, that's where I was, got lost for a minute there. That's our base, we're just going to select that screen. Now we have read DTC's all systems. We could run through a health check, or we can read DTC's on selected systems. In this case I got a check engine, so I'm going to jump in there. And we have the selection option there of engine transmission, so I'm going to select that, and then we'll hit our continue button. Toyota Tech Tip: by design, certain Toyota vehicles require ignition cycle off-on between diagnostic functions to operate properly. If you experience no communication during a procedure, be sure to try an ignition cycle before moving on. So some key information there. And now it's going to load up that controller. And we're reading DTC Group 2 of 3 history codes. And we have a code here of a P0446. evaporative emission control system vent control. So that's the code we'll be working with today. From here we're going to go into all data, or perhaps Mitchell. We'll see which one's working better today. And we'll diagnose that P0446 code and see what we can find out about this evaporative emission control system vent control code today.